Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we're headed straight back over into foundation land with another foundation release, this time from Kevyn Aucoin. This is the new foundation balm, and I have been getting requests on Instagram, here on YouTube. I've just been bombarded with them. So I decided I would pick this up and test it out for you guys. I'm going to show you a demo. I am going to show you a 12-hour wear test, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on this. But of course, before I do, I'm going to get into the information. First off, this is a $52 foundation. You are getting 22.3 grams or 0.7 ounces of product. It is an actual balm inside of here. You open it up, you can see what it looks like. The shade that I got is light FB 4.5, which is for light skin with a neutral undertone. I was trying out the shade finder on Sephora, and I was putting it in all my different foundations, and it was telling me all these different shades. Like each foundation I put in, it told me another shade in this foundation. So I just went with the one that was neutral in the realm of the numbers that Sephora was giving me, and this is what I ended up with. When you buy the foundation, you do also get this little brush right here, which I am going to demonstrate. It's just a small kabuki style synthetic fiber brush that you can use to buff in the product. Reading from the actual Kevyn Aucoin website, it says it's a full coverage buildable foundation for all skin types in 20 different shades. The foundation balm formula delivers a silky, flawless finish for younger looking skin. Fortified with hyaluronic acid and bonus antioxidants such as vitamin E, the foundation balm hydrates your skin for a supple look and feel. For the shades, it says that this foundation matches up with the Etherealist foundation. So if you've ever used that, you would be the same shade in this one here. And then there's an additional 4 shades to find your perfect color. As I just mentioned, on the Kevyn Aucoin website itself, it says that this was made for all skin types. But then on Sephora, it says that it is made for normal, combination, and oily skin types. Usually Sephora is the ones like it's made for everyone, but this time it's the other way around, and I will get into my thoughts on that at the end. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and apply this to my skin. As always, when I'm doing like a wear test for a foundation, I don't have any primers on the perimeter of my face in this demo. I just have my pores. I cannot, absolutely cannot go without my pore primers, and those are listed down below. Today, I am wearing something else though. I'm going to start off on the right side of my face with the brush, and I'm going to buff this into the skin. I kind of paint it on and then press and buff this into the skin. You can see like right away I'm getting great coverage. Then I wanted to see what would happen if I went in with my sponge. So on the left side of my face, I took my Sonia Kashuk sponge and I started to press it into my skin. While this does look really nice, it does not have the same amount of coverage as the brush. So I did end up adding just a little bit more on this side with the sponge than I had to when I went in with the brush on this side. However, if you are looking to use this foundation and you want to shear it out a little bit, I found it to be easier to do with the sponge. Now, for a close-up, you guys can see my skin looks really, really nice and smooth. It has great coverage. I wouldn't say that this is full coverage, but I would say it's a solid medium full coverage. It says that it has a powdery finish, but as you can see in my close-up, I feel like I look hydrated. I'm not matte at all, but I'm definitely not dewy. I'm just like kind of a satin type of finish that just looks really nice and smooth. If you just take the balm and you touch it and then you rub it into your skin, like on your finger, you can feel like the powdery kind of texture. It's still smooth, not a dry powdery feel at all. But I think that the reason why it looks a little bit more of a satin type of finish on me is because I have my moisturizers and skincare all underneath this. No primers, but I definitely have my moisturizers on. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like fresh. This is right after I finished my eye makeup and everything. I think this looks beautiful. Everything looks nice and smooth. It's not heavy. It doesn't feel heavy or cakey or anything like that. I feel like I look perfected, but not overly done. Even in real life, I feel like this just does not look heavy on my skin. Going into the 6-hour mark, you're not going to see a huge difference in the way my skin looks, but I do think it is settled into my skin a little bit more. It's even prettier to me at the 6-hour mark. You can see a little bit of wear starting to happen right on the top lip and then just a little bit on my chin, but it's barely noticeable at this point. Overall, I think this is looking great at 6 hours. Now I'm gonna go all the way to 12 hours. I meant to check in between, but I completely forgot. So this is 12 hours. Now there is no claims of how long this lasts. So it doesn't say that's a 24-hour wear foundation or anything like that. But I wanted to see what happens if I wore it all day. So 12 hours. I do have a little bit of action going on around my mouth. Everything on the outside perimeter of my face looks great, but my nose is very shiny. I blame Kelsey for the way my smile lines look because I was giggling with her pretty much all day. I think we were on the phone almost all day that day. Like I was laughing so much with her. I feel like anytime I'm with Kelsey, it's like I'm going to have a bad smile line day because I giggle so much and I have really deep smile lines. But you can definitely see the wear right there. I'm definitely oily on my chin. My upper lip does not look cute. Just mainly it's right around my mouth area and my nose. Everything else looks good. Even my pores still are in check. So I feel like the oil aspect of this, I could definitely just blot away and I could touch up this area. With seeing how this wore around my mouth and how shiny I got, I would say that this is not a foundation that I'm going to grab for if I want it to last me all day long. I would grab for this on a day that I want my skin to look really nice and perfected, but I'm only going to expect an 8 to 10 hour wear on my skin type, which I am combination. So I get oily in my T-zone, usually on my pores, and then I can be dry in other places. I wasn't especially dry anywhere with this wear test. For my thoughts, I'm definitely gonna have to side with Sephora on this one, that I think this is made for normal, combo, and oily skin. Oily, I feel like is kind of borderline because you saw how oily I got right around my mouth area. However, if you used a mattifying primer or something, that would probably help. And also you can dab away. I didn't dab or do anything all day because I wanted you guys to be able to see it. For dry skin, I'm not sure that this is going to be a great one for you. While I do think it definitely hydrates the skin, it looks really nice, I feel like you're going to have to put a little bit of prep work in because when I went on my nose, I feel like I had to really work to make this look good on my nose because my nose can tend to be a little bit drier looking. So I get oily on my nose, but it's like one of those strange things where you look kind of flaky or it can look cakey. So I had to really make sure and put in the extra effort there. So that's what makes me think, I'm not sure about dry skin. If you do have dry skin, I would suggest using a sponge instead of the brush. But honestly, I'm impressed with the brush because I do not prefer brush application pretty much for any foundation. I always like the sponge better, but for this particular foundation, I like this brush, and I'm sure I will like other brushes like this one right here, the MAC 170, I think would do really well. Just, any kind of kabuki style brush that's densely packed is going to buff this into the skin really well. And if you wanted even more coverage, you can take this and stamp where you need to and then press it into the skin, and it's going to give you even more coverage than just buffing it into the skin. Overall, I'm really happy with this. I like it a lot. I really didn't know what to expect with this. I love the Etherealist foundation. Not a big fan of the Sensual Skin Enhancer. I've tried mixing that with other things. The colors on that to me are a little bit weird. And then the first ingredient is mineral oil, so I kind of stay away from that. But I love the Etherealist foundation. This is not like that, the finish at all. The Etherealist is a little bit more like Luminous Silk. But this is just, I don't know. I don't think I have anything that is like this that makes my skin look this good. I really, really enjoyed this. This is definitely something that I can see myself picking up over and over again. But anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you did by giving a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.